You really think that we need a gear mechanism to transfer the power of motor to the tires? Really? We only need a tire to transfer the power of motor to tire. Let's explain properly, okay? Little bit of confusion. Let's explain properly, okay? Let's suppose a tire like this one, and it's only need a tire, not like this spooky system like that. The engine, gearbox, exhaust system, like nothing, man. Only a small kind of a motor to run the tire. It means a tire needs only tire to run the tire. Okay, let's make deeply. Okay, we all know from childhood that whenever you drive the car, like in our books and all over that, whenever you drive the car, the engine is in front of your bonnet and the motor that assembled in mounted in the front of your bonnet runs the tire by gear system, by shaft system, like that. This engine is running these tires by shafts and axles and like this kind of stuff, differentials, okay? But what if I said that this is a biggest problem with the normal I like gasoline cars and normal electric cars? Any system like this kind of like example like that says this is a motor is bearing the load of this box by help of wrench and a gear mechanism. Okay, this motor is transferring the power named as the PI. The PI is the like total 100% power of that motor. Okay, let's assume that. Okay, this gear system is used to help this wrench to carry the load of this box. Okay, let's suppose this gear mechanism also put a load on that motor. Okay, motor is not only like carrying this load. Okay, he's also this motor is also rotating this gear system, rotating this wrench, and then the left power is carrying this load. Okay, let's suppose PI is going to the gear system, running the gear system, and PL is the loss value of that gear system that consuming. Okay, PL is the loss of power that consumed by the gear system. Okay, let's go. Okay, like P0 is the like power consumed by the wrench. Okay, so PL and PO minus PI is the remaining power that carries the load of that box. Okay, so everything in this system, like this chain, this hook, this rope, this wrench, this gear, is consuming the power of that motor that's provide to carry the load. Okay, this is the same as in this system. Okay, this engine is like producing like that PI power. Okay, PI power, 100% power. This gear mechanism, let's example that this gear mechanism is consuming that PL power and this differential is consuming that PO power and the remaining power that goes to tire. And this is the biggest problem with the normal conventional and electric vehicles. And after this all over thinking, we just come on that one topic. Why would you do that? Like this is engine where we need engine, then differential, then shaft, then this, that then spig. Why just you don't attach the motor and the engine to the tire? Don't forget about the motor, forget about the engine. Okay, we are in the future. Okay, we are in the future. Just talk about the motors, the electrics. Okay, why would you don't attach this electrical system to hold the tire? Because we have this kind of a gap. The tire only holds the hub and the disc brake. Why would we just install the motor into the tire and just use that motor to run the tire? And here's the one question: how it look like when you assemble the motor into the tire and how it's work? Let's explain it, okay? Let's explain it. Say with me. Let's explain it. So here's what looks like the in-wheel motor drive system, in which the motor is completely assembled in the gap of the tire. Like this is like a 4 inches tire, and this is what all the engine, transmission, shaft, gear, pedal, whatever. Okay, so all the braking system, all the motor system, all the electrical system are in this tire. But how? Firstly, we need to look at the system and then we go on the electrical this in-wheel motor drive system. Firstly, we need to understand the electrical motor system, how electric motor works. Okay, we are talking about just a normal electric motor. Okay, so by understanding this mechanism, I 100% guaranteed that after this You also understand the in-wheel motor drive system without saying any word and words. Okay, so we all know that an electric motor system have only two main parts. By way, they have other also their parts, but main are two only. Okay, the stator, no sorry, and the rotator and the stator. Stator only stays at one place, not rotates, not vibrate anything. Okay, the rotor is help the shaft to rotate the shaft and transfer the power. Okay, the rotor is responsible to transfer the power to the shaft. Okay, so this rotor is rotated in the coil in the magnetic system by creating a magnetic field. Okay, by creating a magnetic field by this coil system, this rotor rotates. Okay, and that is the shaft rotates and the power will transfer to the shaft directly. No gear system, no power loss, but this magnetic field power loss. Okay, this is like very little. Okay, not that kind of much. So what if I install this motor to the tire and use the shaft to run the tire? Huh? Let's think about that like this. Okay, like this. Now we have the rotor, now we have the stator, now we have the brakes, the hub, the tire. That's it, that's all we need. Okay, I explain it properly. Okay, this is like an old version of the in-wheel motor drive system. The new version of in-wheel is look like this complicated. I explain it properly. After I explain this, that how this motor works in the tire and make a in-wheel motor drive, I guarantee you that you will understand. Okay, so suppose that this rotor rotates the tire, like rotate with the tire, and this stator helps this rotor. Like in an electric motor, the rotor is run by like the armature is run by the electrical field generated by the stator. Okay, so this is the stator, this is the rotor. Rotor is connected to the tire, and the stator is connected to the internal structure of the car, and the hub is connected to the rotor. The rotor rotates by the stator's magnetic field, and this rotator is directly connected to the tire, so the tire will also rotate with the rotor. Now, this is the complete open layout. Now I am going to the closed layout. This is the new version of an in-wheel motor drive system. Here you can see that the rotor is outerward and the stator is inner. But here's the new version. The rotor is inner side and the stator is outer side of the structure, like a normal. And the wheel have also an inner cover to cover this all the things that by which the dust and particles not goes into the structures in the system. Okay, this cover is carries this all system, the disc, the brakes, the calipers, and the rotor and the stator. Okay, this is stator is attached with this cover with the help of bearings. Okay, the cover rotates with the tire, but the stator will stay in their place by the help of bearing. Okay, the stator is not rotate with the tire. Okay, the stator is not rotated with the tire, but this rotor, is goes inside the stator, and stator creates a magnetic field. Like okay, creates a magnetic field, and by this magnetic field, the rotor rotates inside the stator. The stator is still stable. Okay, but this rotor is connected to the hub of the tire, that connected to the tire directly. Okay, so this rotor rotates the hub of the tire, and by this the tire will rotate, but the stator is remaining at the same place. Stator is like stator. Okay, so that's how this complicated structure work. This is the cover of the tire. Okay, this is the disc brake connected to the hub. Okay, now we can see this is the stator is connected to the like upper cover by the help of bearings and a slippery point. Okay, contact point. Now, this is the between green color is the rotor, which rotates by the magnetic field created by the stator. Okay, this rotor is connected to the hub, green hub, that is connected to the disc brakes and then tire. So this rotor is rotate the hub and the disc brakes that rotates the tire, but the stator and the cover remains at the same place. That's how the electrical motor fitted in the tire and how this rotates the tire. By this, the like corner vectoring okay increases, and the radius of curving like a car is also decreased. Okay, so this is how a in-wheel motor drive looks like when it goes to electrical system to an in-wheel motor drive system. Here's the four separate motors for the separate tires. That's how the speed of different tires maintain, and this is the battery pack. No motor outside. Okay, that's how. I hope you understand. Like, share, subscribe the video.